Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then welcome to my channel. I'm so pumped that you joined me on this video today. So before we start, ignore my hair, it's in the process of drying. I just washed it before I started filming, and my nails too. Like, I'm aware that these look horrible. These are extremely chipped. I should have painted my nails before starting this video, but that's okay. We are going to ignore my nails. Okay, so today's video is highly requested. Now I know a lot of you guys are going to be like, why did you not make this video before? Because since the time I posted my haul video on this product, I have been getting questions about this every single day, and let me explain you why I'm so late with posting a review on this product. So I got this product way back. You guys must have watched the haul video because you all have been requesting for a review on this. And I remember I was in college back then, and I remember coming back from college early because I knew I had to swatch all of these colors and this would require a lot of time, and I miserably failed swatching all of these colors on my lips, because I'll explain why that happened later on. But yeah, because of that I just thought that even if I post a video without swatches, it's not going to be helpful. Nobody's going to understand what I'm trying to say. But it was today when I realized that maybe I can try explaining what I feel about this product in general. Is it worth it or not? And maybe I'll throw in a few swatches here and there, at least a few swatches from each row, because these 3 rows have different finishes, so that you guys can understand what I really feel about this product as a whole. I hope I'm making sense. So now that my excuse for not posting a review on this is done, let's start with the video. I think this is from Freedom. I don't have the outer cardboard packaging of this. So before I start talking about the product itself, let me read the claims which is written on the back side. It says, a selection of 24 of the most popular nude lip colors, highly pigmented, non-sticky formula for long-lasting and intense color, containing 8 matte shades and 16 sheer shades for perfect nude lip. And then they have ingredients list mentioned over here, and designed and developed in London, UK, manufactured in the PRC. Alright, so that's what the product claims about itself. Now, according to me, what I feel about this product is the top row, I should probably hold it like this, the top row, this row is a very sheer formula. Now when you swatch these colors from the top row, it might look like it's a very glossy finish, but honestly on the lips it just looks like a sheen with a little bit of pigmentation. So I wouldn't call this as a very glossy finish, it's more like a sheen, and they describe it as the sheen, right? What do they call it? Okay, yeah, sheer shade. Yeah, that's what I would call it. It's a very sheer, the top row is very sheer with very little pigmentation. It's not completely opaque. I remember sitting down to film a swatch video and I started with the top row, and to be honest I was just surprised because these just would not show up on my lips. So for example, when I swatch these shades, these might look like completely different colors, but on my lips these would not show as 2 distinct colors. Every shade was just looking almost similar, and that's why I just gave up on these. It was pointless to swatch all of these colors, and it ended up looking the same on camera. Now, if you have pigmented lips, I don't have extremely pigmented lips, but my top lip is a little bit pigmented. So on my top lip I had to layer this at least 3 to 4 times for the color to show up, so that you can see the colors on camera. On my bottom lip it was not that difficult because my bottom lip is not that pigmented. So keep in mind, if you have pigmented lips, or even if you don't have pigmented lips, the colors in the top row are just going to give you just a sheen, and the colors might end up looking very similar to each other. They are not going to look like the colors you see, you know, these are not going to translate as the colors you see in the pan. So top row is not my favorite. Now when you look at my palette, you might feel like I've used all of the colors from the top row, but that's not the case. It only looks like this because I was trying so hard to get the swatches done right, but it was just not working. So now coming to the next row. Now on the back side of the palette it says it has only 8 matte shades, and they're referring to the last row because the last row has matte shades, and 16 sheer shades, which I do not agree. I feel like only the top row is sheer, but this row is more of a creamy finish because the pigmentation in this is I mean a lot better than the top row. Just see the pigmentation. So these are the colors from the top row, and these are the colors from the second row, which they call it sheer, but I feel like the second row has a little bit more pigmentation than the first row. It's not a completely opaque finish, but at the same time it's not as it does not have as much sheen as the colors in the top row. Alright, so let's talk about the colors in this row. So if you see over here, these three colors over here, these three, if I use these colors just on their own, it looks like I have concealer on my lips. Almost all of these colors wash me out if I use it just on their own. I have to mix it with something else, or I only can use these colors just on top to lighten a dark lipstick of mine, not from this palette but a regular lipstick. Only then I find myself reaching out for these colors, but on its own all of these colors wash me out. Now I know I said in my haul video that I'll be mixing and matching these colors to make perfect nude, but honestly when you mix two colors of this row, or basically any row, if you mix any two shades from this palette, it just does not look good. It looks very thick. It just looks like the color is just lying on top of your lips, and it exaggerates every little line of your lips, and I just don't like the formula itself. Apart from the colors don't suit me. These colors might look like dark in the palette, but honestly all of these colors wash me out on their own. So again, next row, not a big fan of. The finish is not good, the colors don't suit me, and yeah. Alright, so let's talk about the third row. Now apart from the similar story of the colors, almost all of these shades wash me out. These over here, when I wear these colors on their own. But the formula itself is not that bad with the third row. Of course it's not a completely matte finish. You're not going to get that kind of a matte finish as you get from a liquid lipstick, of course not. I mean, common sense. Of course pigmentation is a lot better with these shades. I'll just swatch over here. So you can see the pigmentation of the bottom row is not bad at all. I'm highly impressed with the pigmentation, but just the colors over here wash me out. That's the whole problem. You can see the lighter colors over here look patchy and they don't have enough pigmentation. All the lighter colors over here in the third row do look a little funny on the lips, but all the darker colors I don't have any problem with. These do look nice on the lips. The only reason why I reach out for this palette is for this shade, like mostly this shade. Otherwise I rarely wear any shades from this palette. Maybe because it's just not for my skin tone. I think this is more suitable for somebody who has very fair skin tone. For medium to deeper skin tone, all of these colors are going to wash you out. But if you want to buy this palette to mix and match with other lipsticks in your collection, keep in mind that the only row you can use in this palette is this last row, because this has a matte finish. This row, just forget it, because this has like a very sheer finish. It's very slippery, mostly like a balmy finish. And this row, even though it has a little bit more pigmentation, it still looks very heavy on the lips. So I don't think mixing and matching with the colors in the middle row is going to work. And the only row I find okay in this palette is the last row, and only the darker shades, not the lighter shades. So yeah, before you go ahead and purchase this, just keep in mind your skin tone. If you have light skin tone, or if you're on the fairer side, I think you would like this and you can get some use out of it. But if you have medium to deeper skin tone, I don't think this is a good palette. All in all, I don't think I would recommend this palette, even though if I keep the colors aside, the finish is not something which makes me gravitate towards this product. I almost never use any color except this, and it just breaks my heart because I paid so much, what, 1400 I think, and the only color I'm able to use is this one. So keep in mind your skin tone. The formula is not that great, but I mean, I still get it. If you want to try it, you can try it for your own and see. If you have fairer skin tone, you might like it, but honestly I would not recommend this palette. So yeah, that's about this video. I hope you guys found this helpful, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.